So now let's talk about animations. And when we say animation, I'm not referring to the animation that you can see in the cartoon movies or the 3D animations out there. What I'm referring to is the basic animations, which are the change in position, scale, and rotation, which you can do basically, especially if you will be adding some photos to your videos. And let's jump right in. Let's try some of them. Alright, so I have here some photos here that I placed here with me. So let's try to place one in the timeline. There you go. And as long as you select this photo by clicking it, and when you see the effects control panel here, it shows the different properties, which are the photo, the motion, opacity, and time remapping. And I'm not going so much with the opacity and time remapping. What I'm going to show you here is the motion. So I can click this twirly here, and as you can see, it shows more other properties inside it, which are the position, scale, rotation, anchor point, and anti-flicker. And again, I'm not going into this anchor point and anti-flicker here. I just want to talk about this position, scale, and rotation to show you the animation that I am talking about earlier. And oops, let's close that Skype right there. All right. So what we can do here is we can go to scale by clicking again this twirly, and we can make this photo smaller to fit the size of our monitor. You can do that by dragging this slider, and as you can see, it's getting smaller. Or you can also click and drag this number here, and you can even enter any number that you like. You can click that, and then let's say I want it to be 50 and hit enter, and there you go, it made the photo smaller. And aside from that, I can also change the position, which are the X or the horizontal position, as you can see, and the Y or the vertical position. And the third property that I want to talk about is rotation. And you can change the rotation of this photo by clicking this twirly and changing this like a clock-like angle, whatever here. Or again, you can click and drag the number or enter any number you like. Like for example, I wanted it to be rotated 90 degrees. I can type in 90, and as you can see, it rotated it 90 degrees. And let me undo that by pressing Ctrl Z on my keyboard. Alright, so those are the basic properties that you can change in Adobe Premiere Pro. And what I wanted to show next is the animation, as I said earlier. So I wanted this photo to change its scale, rotation, and position over time. And how can I do that? Let me show you. So alright, let's place that photo here. And for me to set this photo in this place in this particular time, I can click this toggle animation here to place a keyframe. Like for example, I want the position to change over time. Let me click that, and as you can see, it placed a keyframe in that particular time. And then what I can do is that I can click the timeline, zoom it out, and I wanted it to change its position in 2 seconds. And when it will go to 2 seconds, I wanted it to move to the right. And what I can do is I can click this X properties here. And there you go. And as you can see, it automatically added a new keyframe because I changed the property of the position. And when I will go back from the beginning and then hit the space bar to play that, as you can see, it's moving the photo from this position to that position over time. And aside from position, I can do all those things with scale and rotation as well. And what I can do is I can click the toggle animation here, stopwatch, here in the scale, and as well as in the rotation. And for me to jump over there exactly, I can click this, go to next keyframe here, click that, and as you can see, it jumped to that other keyframe exactly. And I can again change the property of the scale by adding some, by clicking and dragging, and the rotation. So let's preview that by placing again this current time indicator from the beginning, and then press the space bar to play that. And there you go. As you can see, it animated the photo from this position, scale, and rotation to that one over time. And you can continue that with other time. Let's say, for example, here we wanted again to add more keyframes, like we wanted to let it go down and make it smaller and rotate once again. So you can preview that. Let's hit the space bar, and as you can see, it danced like that. So you can play around this animation techniques by yourself. You can I don't know, whatever. You can place one more photo here and do another animation at the same time. You can make it small like that, and place again another keyframe here, and again in 2 seconds it goes to the right. I don't know, I'm just playing around here. Rotation, and do whatever thing you wanted to do. So we'll play that. There you go. You can make several photos dance together. So that's all with the animation segment of our Adobe Premiere training series. And I hope you learned something on how to animate those photos. And you can also do this with your videos. If you add some videos in the timeline, you can do pretty much the same technique. So that's all for our animation, and thanks for watching.